Hi Revamp Mommies and friends, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute, but so much has been happening, and by the title you already know something great is on the horizon. Yes, I am pregnant with baby number 2. Cheers, applause. And like I shared in my previous video, I was going to let you all know when it happened, or yeah, I was gonna just keep you informed on all of that. But yes, the news is finally out. We are expecting baby number 2, and we actually found out back in August, I believe. No, it was July. It was July. That's when we found out that we were expecting, and we were so excited. Of course, we didn't share with anybody, not even our families, because you know, we just want to get things checked out first and just make sure that it was for real. And yes, it is. We are having a baby. I am now 14 weeks pregnant, so I just made it to my 2nd trimester, and because this is the first video that I'm doing as far as my pregnancy updates, I wanted to still let you all know what took place during the 1st trimester and kind of how that was for me. And so we're gonna get into it. A lot has been happening. We actually just moved into our home. We moved at the end of August, so let's say I found out that I was pregnant at the end of July, and I had my first doctor's appointment. It was probably, I think, like that 2nd or 3rd week in August, and that's when I went, you know, to the doctor, got checked out, and everything looks good. Baby is moving. So since then, I think I've had probably 3 doctor's appointments so far. So so far so good. I actually have one coming up, I think next week actually. But yeah, so we're moved into our new home, just getting settled, enjoying just our house and having more space, and yeah, looking forward to decorating. And now not only decorating Taylor's room, our room, but yes, baby number 2. Of course, we're gonna wait until we find out what the gender is for the baby, but that's a whole nother episode of just trying to figure out this baby room. So yeah, y'all send them prayers up for me, because I have a whole lot to do on my plate, but you know, his grace is sufficient. So yeah, now what I want to do, and I do have my phone here because I can't remember all of these things, but I wanted to give you an update on just how the 1st trimester was for me, and then we can probably talk about going into the 2nd trimester and those things that I'm expecting. And then of course I have to show you all a belly shot, but I'm not going to try to have this video be super long, so pardon me for talking really fast or, you know, speeding through things. But if you do have comments or questions, you know, just anything that you would like to share just about your pregnancy and how it was for you, if you can relate to some things that I might share, you know, definitely drop them in the comments below. And while you're doing that, don't forget to subscribe to Revamp Mommy's channel, and make sure that you hit the notification buttons up at the top, because that way whenever I release a video, you will be the first to know. Yeah, they start doing it now, so it's free, don't cost you anything. Just hit that notification button up front, up at the top. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The time seems like for me is like it's moving super duper fast, and I think that's probably because like during my 1st trimester, besides being tired and a little bit fatigued and just having like food aversions, that was really all that I experienced in my 1st trimester. And I thank God for that, because I hear the stories, and I didn't experience that with Taylor either. Just morning sickness and all of that. Like, everything has been smooth. I'm sleeping good, and I'm actually now starting to get my appetite back. I had cravings, crazy cravings, and I feel like the cravings kind of hit maybe like that 4th week of me being pregnant, you all. And that's probably like when I found out, I think. I don't know, but as soon as I found out I was pregnant, and maybe it's a mind thing, I don't know, but it felt like it was like real deal cravings, to the point where it was like I could not get my mind off of whatever it was that I wanted to eat, or if I didn't know what I wanted to eat, I was just I just took my time trying to really think about, okay, what do I want to eat? And bless my husband's heart, like, he was so patient with me just during that whole just uncertainty. He was just so patient with me during that, just, you know, me trying to feel my way through what I wanted to eat, what I couldn't eat, what I didn't have a taste for, and then the moments where it's like I gotta have this this meal. I have to have this. So I'll share a few things. The first thing I believe that I craved was Indian food. And that craving hit me out of nowhere, you all. It was like, I just was laying on the couch, and I think we had just got back from traveling somewhere, I believe, and that was the thing that hit me. It was like, I want some Indian, I want some butter chicken. And once that craving hit and I locked in on it, I had to have it. So hubby, thank God for him, he went, I placed the order for it, and he went and he picked it up for me. And then I think some of the other cravings that I probably had, at one time it was like mac and cheese and collard greens. Now I will say, before getting pregnant, I was doing very well with my eating habits. I had cut out a lot of stuff. Of course, I'm still, you know, very mindful of like eating processed foods, but some of the things that I started doing, like I'm not a vegan or anything like that, like I've shared before in one of my other videos, but I was trying to be more mindful and not always have to have meat or dairy or anything like that. So just mindful of how I ate. And so it seemed like after I got pregnant, it was like, I don't want any vegan. It was just like, even some of the things that are vegan, like sausage or even the cheese. I was buying that type of cheese, vegan cheese, and it was like, once I got pregnant, it just tasted so nasty, like I could not eat it. And so I just had to take a break from all of that and just, you know, still mindful, still eating fruit, still eating vegetables and stuff like that, but just like certain things I couldn't stomach it. And so that was like a food aversion for me. Like anytime I even heard the word vegan, it was like and that's probably because I ate some sausage one time. It was vegan sausage and it was just horrible. And so I was just like, I'm not even gonna try to force myself to do that right now. And you know, I can see myself gradually going back now, transitioning into the second trimester, where I can now tolerate certain things, certain vegan options or certain vegetarian options and stuff like that. So it seems like I'm coming back around now to it. But yeah, I had cravings just crazy. One time I wanted this pie that Burger King has, and y'all, I don't even know when the last time I went to Burger King, but they have this Hershey Sundae pie, and when that craving hit me, I was just like, I gotta have this pie. And bless my husband's heart, he went like 10 or 15 minutes out the way to go get me this pie because that craving hit me so hard. And it's, what else is crazy is, like, if I hear somebody else talking about some type of food, it's like, ooh, that sounds good, like I want some of that. So yeah, I've craved the soul food, I've craved Indian, Mexican. One time I had a craving for some Mexican food. Just different stuff. I feel like the cravings are now like kind of dying down a little bit, so that's a good thing. You would think that with me having all these cravings that I would have gained like a lot of weight, but I guess that's because I'm still a little bit more mindful, or just still mindful of how I eat. So I haven't really gained any weight, and that I was kind of nervous about that, especially at my first appointment, because I'm like, okay, I know with me eating the way I've been eating lately, like I know I've gained a lot of weight. So my starting weight for, you know, when I found out I was pregnant was 135, which is the weight that I try to maintain, between 130 and 135. So I was 135, and I now weigh 140. So you're looking at 14 weeks of me not working out, and kind of eating a little bit more than I normally would. I'm craving a lot of bread too. I've added a lot of bread to my diet, to my lifestyle right now. I just have to have something like savory sometimes. Ooh, baked potatoes, that was another one for me. Like I needed I have some potatoes down there. Now I'm talking about it like I want to go warm one up right now. As far as working out, I have not been working out at all. And I know in my video when I shared about how I lost my pregnancy weight with Taylor, I said that, you know, once I'm not gonna do what I did last time, I'm gonna work out and all of this. Well, your girl has not been working out. It's just, I think coming that first trimester, I think I was really tired, and so with that, I just wasn't in a mood to work out. And then of course we were moving into our new home, and so something I did notice about myself is I go up and down the stairs a lot. So I'm like, hey, maybe that is helping. I don't feel winded. At first I was feeling very winded, but now I guess because I'm always running up and down the stairs doing something, always on my feet, walking around the house, taking care of stuff, I don't feel as winded. And so even when I go up the stairs, and I am safe when I do this, so don't get me, but I try to put a little more pep in my step as I run upstairs. I do feel that my energy is coming back, so kudos for that. And I do want to start working out. I do want to find like some fitness videos, like specifically for pregnancy and pregnant women, and actually for the second trimester. I'm actually going with a male doctor this time around. My first doctor was a female, and I've always been a little hesitant about having a male doctor, but this particular doctor, of course, we're new here in Charlotte. I don't really know a whole lot of people. I just kind of researched certain hospitals and kind of seen what the difference was, and got reviews about hospitals. I'm in a Facebook group, a group on Facebook for moms in Charlotte, and so a lot of people ask those questions about doctors and hospitals and where they had their babies at and stuff like that. So I just kind of did my own research, took the reviews and opinions of other people, and weighed it out to see what works for us. And so I decided to go with this doctor, and I'm glad I did. It's so far so good. He's very supportive in what I desire to do this time around, and so so far so good. But I'll tell y'all just a lesson that I learned from my previous doctor. Like, if I start feeling something off or I'm not feeling it, I am going to definitely change doctors. I'm not gonna put myself through a situation where I just tolerate, because it's my body, and I want to make the right decision for me and my family. So if I start feeling a little leery about that particular doctor, I will try to find another doctor. That's just me. I did notice something about myself. I am showing like super duper early, and I hear that the second time around, that's normally what happens. You tend to poke out a little bit quicker, and so it was kind of tough where we wanted to put something together, a video or something, and wanted to share with our family. We kind of shared with them early on, because our family, we're kind of away from everybody. So the same day that we closed on our house, we actually sent them a text of the ultrasound, and we said like, oh, we have this good news, but then we also have this good news. God is just doing so much in our lives, and so we're like, it's just so much newness around that's taking place, and I'm so thankful that His grace and His hand is upon us, just to be able to live and to have the desires of our heart. And He's just so faithful. He is so faithful. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I had to stop. I had to pause and take a moment and give some glory to the Lord. I really did. I just had to think, like, sometimes I'll stop and I'll just think about like man, God, He did that, and He did that, and He's doing this, and it's just, I get overwhelmed sometimes. So hey, somebody may need to hear that. You might need to take a pause and just thank the Lord for all that He's done, because He is a faithful God. The app that I'm currently using is called Baby Center, and that's kind of just how I track everything as far as like the development of the baby and what's changing with my body. I think I used this the last time, and so I tend to like this app. It's a pretty good app. So yeah, it's Baby Center app, and it gives you all a lot of information. Some, like I always say, eat the meat, spit out the bones. Some things you might not need to just receive from it. It's just giving you a general overview, like, oh, you might start experiencing back pain and all this. I'm like, I'm not receiving that, because I tell y'all this, like, even with Taylor, like, anytime that I had some type of pain or something, that was happening, that I felt, was that you could attribute to being a symptom of pregnancy, I was just like, me and my husband, we would pray, and the next day it seems like I would wake up and that pain was gone. I hope that this video has helped you in some way, just give you a sneak peek in what's going on in my life and on the inside of me. So now I want to show you all my belly bump, okay? So hold on. Okay, so of course you can't see my head, but I'm just gonna stand up on my tippy toes so you can kind of see what's happening with this little baby bump, belly bump. But yeah, this is my belly bump. So it's still kind of small, you know, but it's noticeable. Like a lot of people, you know, comment on it now, you know, because they can see a bump. I hope you all enjoyed my pregnancy update video. I want to try to give you an update at least maybe once a month, just being honest. We have so much happening here. But if I can at least give you like a once a month video update, or maybe like every 2 or 3 weeks, y'all let me know what works for you. How soon would you like to see another video of me giving my pregnancy update? Let me know in the comments below. But I truly appreciate you all for watching this video. Thank you always for your love and support, your encouragement, and just becoming a revamped mommy. Hey, and if you don't mind, share the video, you know, with your family, with your friends, with anybody that you want to, or just keep it all to yourself. It's okay. But yeah, until my next video, you all keep the revamp going. Bye.